Need more proof for living in a bad timeline? Well, on Friday, the United States Senate voted to repeal caps set on overdraft protection fees. That's right, banks with more than $10 billion in assets can once again charge you whatever they want for when you overdraft your account. Why would they do this? There's gotta be a good reason. Let's go check out TimScott's reasoning. While repealing the Biden-era caps, Chairman Scott said, President Biden's politically motivated junk fee conversation was not about helping consumers. It was about trying to change the conversation away from the devastation that inflation was bringing to kitchen table after kitchen table after kitchen table all across America. Scott went on to say, so when you start capping this fee structure, you start eliminating overdraft. You start eliminating the possibility of people working paycheck to make the decision to continue to use the resources in the most effective way. Scott goes on to quote a study done by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. This study is done by a bank! These are not the caps you're looking for. It's like a fast food restaurant trying to convince me that their hamburgers are actually health food. Anyway, the study states, overdraft fee caps hinder financial inclusion. When constrained by fee caps, banks reduce overdraft coverage and deposit supply, causing more return checks and a decline in account ownership among low-income households. Now, I don't need any official studies to call you out on your bullshit. All I really need to do is Google banking overdraft fees. Oh look, NerdWallet has a convenient article telling me what banks charge overdraft fees in 2025. No overdraft fees, no overdraft fees. It looks like there's a lot of banks that don't actually charge overdraft fees. Which begs the question, why are we paying banks overdraft fees in 2025? If some banks can get away with charging you nothing when you overdraft your account, why are we letting banks like Chase charge people $34 in overdraft fees up to 3 times in a day? I think we've all been there where you've lost track of your bank balance. Can you imagine banking with Citizens Bank, having the wrong bill come out in the middle of the night, overdrawing your account, and then you go about your whole entire next day thinking everything was fine? La-dee-da. You stop for gas in the morning, you go out for lunch, you stop for groceries on your way home. You could be out $175 depending on the errands you're running. It's asinine. In a world where big business is seemingly trying to milk every penny out of us, it was kind of nice seeing the government try to cap one of these ridiculous fees. I think overdraft fees are something a majority of Americans can relate to. If you've owned a bank account at some point in your life, there's a good chance that you've also overdrawn said bank account. Regardless of if you do that on accident or if it's something that happens frequently, I think we can all agree that the financial consequences for over withdrawing your account are a little extreme, considering the amount of money that large financial institutions make per year on overdraft fees alone. Capping overdraft fees, especially for banks with over $10 billion in assets, it was a good idea. But for some reason, we're trying to overturn this under the guise that it will help the American public. But it doesn't. If anything, this is just another way to harm the middle class and ensure that the people at the top of the food chain stay at the top of the food chain.